What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Everyday Struggle with Academics Wayno and me, Nadeska. Good morning, my friends. So I hopped on a little bit late and I heard you guys debating Song of the Summer. So what were your final picks? What were your personal picks?
Personal picks.
It's hard to pick Song of the Summer if you ask me, because, some of the things you associate with summer isn't going on. But, in terms of, have two of them, right? So I got there's a street pick for me which you could kind of see is still moving around with the limit, even though outside is being limited. That's We Paid with, of course, 42 Duggan and Lil Baby. And then otherwise, I'm going to probably go say Rockstar. I'm going to say Rockstar.
Okay. Wayno?
Well, I thought Ack was going to pick some Taylor Swift shit because he on number time all the time, you know what I mean? But I definitely agree with We Paid by Lil Baby and Doug, and then I'll go What's Poppin' with Jack Harlow.
Original or remix?
I feel like they kind of run a little bit concurrent, because they play both of them on the radio a lot. They play both of them on the radio a lot. You can hear them in multiple places. You know what I'm saying? I think both of them.
That's good. Are you fucking broadcasting from a greenhouse or some shit like that? What's going on?
I see we got multiple locations, man. We stuck right here, and that's got multiple locations.
Guys, welcome. This is the only time I let y'all into my bedroom. It's nice and peaceful, right?
Yo, this is one of my construction shit.
Yeah, it's one of my construction projects back here. Exposed brick wall. I tore that down myself. Repainted it. Hire me, guys. Ready to start my second career.
Stop the cab. Listen, for everybody watching, if y'all don't know, man, Nadeska just opened up a fucking dispensary up in Brooklyn. And all that money.
What?
Yeah, she got all type of herbal ointments and CBD oils coming out, man. Just know when you see on the Forbes list, that's why.
Yo, Nadeska, you know what's so funny about that? That just goes to show you that Ack has never been in a dispensary, because dispensaries don't have green shit all over the wall.
And ointments. All right, Ack,
Wayno,
don't
you
worry.
just had to kill the joke, huh?
All the time.
Was it that funny though? All right, you guys, let's get into the show. So Cardi and Megan dropped WAP this week. Well, last week it's doing really well. Some people, of course, are not fans of it. One of them seems to be CeeLo Green. So he did an interview with Far Out magazine where first he talks about rap in general, saying that it's disappointing on a personal and moral level at this point, saying there was once a time when people were savvy enough to code things. He said now music is shameless and it is sheer savagery. This sounds like academic speaking. And then when he talks about Megan and Cardi specifically, he said they're all more or less doing similar salacious things to get in position. I get it, the independent woman being in control, the divine femininity, I get it, but it comes at what cost? And even Nicki caught some words. So he considers Nicki one of the heads of state, saying she's up there in terms of accolades, but he says Nicki could be effective in so many other constructive ways, but it feels desperate. Is he making any valid points here, or just?
My biggest problem with all of this is for CeeLo to be, as great of an artist as he is, been a dope rapper and Goody Mob and the whole Dungeon family, and transitioning and doing Gnarls Barkley and going into pop and all of that. Where's any of the artists he ever built? Where's any of the artists he ever mentored? My thing is this, I feel like this type of music has been being made forever, Now this is the first time we've seen a panel, you know what I mean? This is the first time that we've seen, a lot of energy behind the delivery of it. But where was the outcry for Shauna Megan getting some head? You know what I'm saying? Where's the outcry for Look Back at It for Trina featuring Killer Mike, who we regard Killer Mike as one of the guys that's in the forefront, on the front lines, that speaks for our people. It wasn't, because people have been rapping and making records about sex since the beginning of time, since the rap even existed. It just was delivered in different ways. And for CeeLo, for him to be such an innovative artist, it made me say, damn, my nigga, you kind of out of touch with what's going on in the world. My biggest thing with the song is it a raunchy song? Absolutely. Is Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion the first ones to ever do this? Absolutely not. So what's the big problem,
Put It in Your Mouth, not necessarily a coded song, I would say, if we're going through the history of disgusting records that have been popular. Yeah.
Taste Your Love by Horace Brown. And see, this is the thing. I'm happy that you said that, because it goes to show, again, this is the reason why women are going as hard as they are. Because when men make these types of records with this type of content, it's never looked at like they're being salacious or doing this. Or D'Angelo making How Does It Feel, where he did the whole video damn near ass naked. Where was the outcry for that? What is he representing? What's his message? It was, everybody looked at it as art. Now, why these songs don't contain the same type of content, I'm just saying, like, there's way more things that is going on in this world that CeeLo could be speaking about, as opposed to just saying all y'all female, because to me it just looks like all y'all female artists and just throwing darts at them. This is what I think about all of y'all. I didn't hear one big up about all the independence of how they built themselves over the past couple of years in such a hard market, in such a hard time for artists to be sustainable, especially female artists. It was only Nicki and Foxy for a long time, and it was only not Nicki, I'm sorry, Kim and Foxy for a long time. Then it was just Nicki for a long time. Then Cardi came along, and it's a lot of women coming after that. I don't see the big ups. I just see what they shouldn't be doing. Excuse me for going so long, yeah.
No, does it sound like Jermaine?
Wayno got a spirit opinion today.
He's act today. It's like Jermaine Dupri 2019.
I'll answer one question. I'm not defending it, but I'm gonna answer this question because you posed it in terms of why maybe he didn't have these critiques when this has definitely been done previously in history. And I'm talking about that type of raunchy song or raunchy song by a female, whatever you might call it. I think part of where he is coming out to, and the reason why he's saying it is because, like, yes, that content has always existed, but I don't know if there was ever a top three, let's say top three females in the game, and they're all making all raunchy content. There's like zero, there's no type of diversity, right? And while I'm not agreeing with this point, right, because I believe they should be able to make whatever they want to make, I understand why he's making that comment now as opposed to before. There is no, you know what I mean? And again, by the way, I want to salute to all women rappers, MCs, artists, period. But we're just talking about the top three artists or even the top five. It doesn't seem, well, we keep it the top three because, you know, top five could be very but it doesn't seem like the content seems to be diverse. It was always a Lauryn Hill. There was Queen Latifah. There was a little bit diversity.
I'm happy you said.
I'm just gonna drop this in here, and then you guys can continue. So we're gonna get to this Cardi Apple Music Roundtable I did, but at some point in there, this came up, and she said, sort of echoing what she said last year in response to Jermaine Dupri, those artists exist, like people like Rhapsody, who we've had on Everyday Struggle. But she said people want that content, but then you guys won't stream and support them as much as you do these females we're talking about.
Facts.
No, 100%. But truth be told, too, like historically speaking, those artists, and even if you look at their male counterparts, for even though Drake is not making like whatever drug music or whatever, but for every Drake there's a Kendrick. Like there's a little bit of balance at the top. You get me? And again, maybe it's on the audience, but we don't see that balance at all when it comes to at least the current top crop of female rappers. Now, let me just address what he's saying, right? Because I do believe that, he's kind of looking at like the old man that's sitting on his porch, and he's like, yo, you kids, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like he's coming across like that because he clearly wants, he's in disagreement with what they're doing, right? And honestly, you gotta have a conversation. These niggas is rapping about killing niggas, selling drugs, poisoning the community. The shit that they're rapping about are way more vile. And the imagery they're giving sometimes, these things got whole shootouts in their fucking videos. Way more vile than actually someone using and even and making a choice to sexualize themselves to promote whatever that's going on, right?
Yeah.
I think that's where if he was calling out just everybody across the board, and even with him saying, well, listen, it used to be more coded. Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. When it comes to like hip hop and on the male side of stuff, usually the least coded shit is the shit we like the most. We love when it's blatant. Right. Fuck all you niggas who we like when it's very apparent and vulgar. So I don't know why. Of course, it's beyond hip hop. It's a long history. I don't know if you would call it misogyny or you would just say maybe people have these gender roles or expectation of how women should be seen or carry themselves. So when they hear women speak in a certain type of way in a public forum or now rap in that way, they feel offended. Because I'll also give you one. I know this is not a like even a topic about like even like OnlyFans or whatever. But by the way, Ruby Rose got an OnlyFans. Cardi B just announced that she got OnlyFans. And by the way, there's a stigma with it, but even Beyonce just shouted out OnlyFans, right? I seen a rapper, Montana 300, he's from Chicago. He tweeted out, he said, yo, he would never be able to deal with, he says, any woman deserving of a king wouldn't be putting themselves out there.
That's bullshit.
I think it's changing at the times. I think it's changing at the times.
I just, even with him saying some shit like that, that's bullshit. You want to know why? Because, yeah, now look, does WAP represent what all women feel? Most likely not, right? But when Montana 300 saying that, so if a woman had a sexual past, she's not deserving of love. You know what I mean? Like she's not deserving of love. My thing is this, but look, here it goes. But niggas can have 100 chicks, 5 baby mothers, go in and out of jail, all types of shit. But if a woman isn't whole, if a woman says, all right, I'm not dealing with your bullshit no more, I'm stepping off, she's not loyal or something. No, people get tired of people's bullshit, period. So it's like, how could you sit and say, yo, if you get an OnlyFans, you're not deserving of a king? These niggas ain't kings, man. I want to know, real quick, these niggas is not kings. And I'm not talking about Montana 300 specifically, because I don't know nothing about that man. I haven't, he can rap. That's the most I know about him. But when you talk about men being kings, these niggas don't carry themselves as kings. A lot of these niggas be living with their mother for years and don't help them with no bills. A lot of these niggas don't take care of their kids. A lot of niggas don't do none of the shit that they supposed to do as men, is protect their families or protect their communities. So I'm tired of hearing about niggas calling themselves kings that don't know how to build a kingdom or don't want to build a kingdom.
Wayno.
For real, I'm tired of that shit.
Yo, Deska, love it. Deska's finger snap like, hold on, let me also be, because again, right. I'm telling you, I might be just hated to be hated, but like be a little bit objective. Hey, everything Wayno says sounds good. And that's why I think this is a discussion that needs to continue, right? I think, Montana 300, he seems a little bit closed off. There should be a discussion that continues, because I know mad niggas who echo the same sentiment as Wayno, but they're not wifing that chick up anyway. Like, they got a good, wholesome chick, but they'll say,
this sounds contrary to everything that you guys tell me that rappers actually do behind the scenes, which is confusing.
No, but this is what I'm saying. All I'm saying is this, yo. Niggas be acting like, if a woman, like, if she dated a few men, that means she's a bad person. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now this is the thing. This is the problem. This the catch-22. Women are damned if they do, damned if they don't. Because when they showing off their bodies or whatever, niggas is like, oh man, you don't have to do that. You ain't making no money off of that. Then they start making money off of that now. Oh, y'all bitches, there's something wrong with y'all. Like, damn, nigga, let her get her fucking money how she feel fit. Now, does everybody want that for their mother and their daughters? And you don't know what these women's circumstances is. Not you specifically, I'm just saying, like, we don't know what these women, you don't know if she fucking crying that night because she can't feed her kids, and tell her taking a couple of pictures. Is it the best decision? Might not be. But now she's able to take care of her family. So all this people being critical about this OnlyFans shit, all that, mind your fucking business. Straight up.
My overall thing is, as long as you whatever sides you fall on, I do think, we're in a different time, a different age. You have to be a little bit open-minded. Of course, we're battling a lot of historic social norms, I'd say, right? But again, with everything Wayno's saying, just like if a cousin or a niece came to you and be like, yo, Uncle Wayno, my OnlyFans popping, you got to keep the same energy. Don't be like, right, not in my family.
Let me answer that. No, I'm not a nigga that's not in my family, because you know what? I got killers in my family. I got drug dealers in my family and all of that shit. So my thing is this. People are individuals and they have to live their own lives. Now, the best I can do is make the best suggestion. Who am I? I can't tell nobody what they, you know how many people, even in I'm Muslim. In my religion, doing music is forbidden. I shouldn't even be in music, but guess what? This is my means of how I take care of my family. You think somebody can stop me? This is what I chose, and this is what I was destined for. So with that being said, everybody got to fight their own fight. Now, if my niece comes to me and my niece making an OnlyFans and this, that, and the third, she's a woman. She's going to be a woman one day. She's going to be an adult longer than she's going to be a child. And these are decisions that she's going to have to live with. I'm not going to be the one trying to stop. No, you're wholesome. You're never going to do anything wrong. Listen, man, people got to live their lives, man, and she might need to go through that to get to a higher place later. I'm not the judge of that. Even though I definitely judge motherfuckers, I'm not the judge of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the judge of that. I'm just saying that because then we get the conversations of, yo, well, there's so many other things going on in the world where why is Cardi B making a song like, why? Listen, man, I'm not trying to hear Cardi B talk about the fucking election and music. You know what I'm saying? Like now, I want her to use her platform to to get people to vote and all that, but I'm not trying to hear Cardi B. And then I'm sorry, real quick, Nadeska, to go back to your point. When Foxy and Kim was popping, let's not forget about Trina, bro. She was in the top artists. She was in the top artists. Trina came out like 98, 99. You know what I'm saying? And she been making records. So yeah, it was, but then you still had Queen Latifah. You still had Angie Martinez, who was a radio personality, who was making music. You still had Missy Elliott. There's always been a plethora of artists, and there's a plethora of artists today. But niggas is paying attention to that because y'all wanna put your eyes on that and not the other ones.
Interesting. Look, I think it's really important that we're having this conversation. I'm going to say that. I think women have this conversation amongst themselves a lot. Wayno, appreciate you being such a strong ally and all of your thoughts here.
Let me just say one thing to wrap it up.
I know we're going to continue the conversation. Don't worry.
Just again, you know, I agree with everyone's. I agree that everyone has their own choice and they can make their own choice to do whatever they want. But you know, not that we should shame anyone or whatever, but we also should be smart. I'm gonna tell you why. There's someone who they just graduated high school. This is a fact. I'm telling you. I'm not telling you nothing make believe. They're looking at what career path is attractive. It's an attractive young woman. They're thinking college. They got accepted to college. They're supposed to start soon. At this point, she told me, she said she want to do OnlyFans. Now, again, and she asked me for my honest opinion, there has to be a constructive conversation that happens there. I'm not no fucking parent.
And someone's asking you for constructive conversation about this? That's interesting. But wait,
I'm successful.
Why?
Hold on.
Yeah, but not on OnlyFans. So she's asking you to choose between. She can't.
No.
Both?
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you why. Well, okay. You're right. She probably could. I'm gonna tell you why she's asking. Because these days, people are seeing the quick way to make a buck. I don't live a regular 9-to-5 lifestyle. Mm-hmm. What people are seeing with a lot of the stuff that's being glamorized, they're seeing the quick way. Why go to college? What I'm saying is that when they ask me that, they're like, yo, you went to college and you're not doing something that you did in college. Maybe that college is not the way to go. I found myself on the side of trying to show them the pros and cons of both things. And just to say that it doesn't work out for everybody. So while you might not be shamed, you should be very careful and decided when you're 18, I'm not going to, not because it's lit now, be like, oh, just go to OnlyFans and drop out of school. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say.
I mean, I feel you, but I don't know that
but it's 50-50 in everything, man. Business is calculated risk. Business is calculated risk because for every like, if she wants to do OnlyFans, that's her prerogative. All I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is
I told her to talk to her parent about it because they're down to pay for college. Like they're telling her,
I mean,
go there. We're down to pay for it. She said she didn't want to do that. That shit gonna take too long.
Bro, if people took advice on people who went to college, most people that I know that went to college all tell me that it was a waste of time. And I'm not trying to minimize college because I wish I would have went to college. I'm just saying that it's like there's other things that factor into those decisions other than OnlyFans. That might be her particular, but there's a lot of people who make those decisions with OnlyFans not even being the topic of discussion.
Yeah, the point is that women should be able to have that choice without feeling like they're going to be shamed or criticized for it. You know what I mean? But we'll continue the conversation here. So I did this roundtable with Cardi B and a few of the girls from the WAP video, like Mulatto, Ruby Rose. And we had a lot of these conversations even before the video dropped and there was all this backlash. So Cardi touched on a lot of things that you guys mentioned, like her being a dancer. So people assuming that she had sex with hundreds of guys, even though she's been in relationships a lot of time. How there's a lot of variety in female rappers, but people don't seem to support the more conscious rappers, but they claim that's what they want. And then she also talked about how female rappers end up bumping heads a lot. She said she actually thinks it's other people who like to pit artists against each other. Take a look.
I feel like people be wanting to put female artists against each other. It's the people that be trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? Every single time I feel like there's a female artist that's coming up, and like it's getting the mainstream moment, I always see like little slick comments like, oh, they taking over your spot, they taking over this, they taking over that. And it just makes you feel like, damn, like why it had to be like that? Cause I actually like shorty music a lot. So why it has to be on some like somebody's taking my spot, somebody's taking my this. There's a lot of female artists right now, and all of them are like a little bit different from me. And it's just like, I feel like there should be different female artists that everybody could like relate to somebody.
All right, so what do you guys think about this? So Cardi's saying every time someone dope is coming up, fans and other people in the mix, it could be industry, sort of get in the middle to start to try to create problems.
I feel like there's a yes and a no to that.
Mm.
Only because, like, you know, with Cardi, I just feel like, you know, musically she's been a little bit cold, right? Like in the past, you know, since her album dropped, you know, and she hasn't put out no records, did too many features and nothing, which is cool. But I feel like right now is the perfect time for her to rally the troops because it creates a great story, right? It really creates a great story. With that being said, I feel like Cardi could have dismissed her whole situation, her problems with Nicki right then and there. You know, she could have been like, this is the thing. I feel like Cardi could have easily said, yo, you know, me and artist B or whomever people think, and she kind of alluded to it in the interview. I seen she said something where people speculated she was talking about Nicki, but I felt like she could have just been on some shit like, yo, ultimately, I ain't got no problems with Nicki Minaj. You know what I mean? I actually watched her for a little bit, and you know, I went on my own path. I got a little bit of influence from her, and I kept going. I feel like Cardi, yeah, like while you saying all these other people do it, artists do it too. You get gassed up by your team. You get gassed up by people looking at the other person saying, oh, they ain't what they used to be. And then somebody saying, well, you know, you the next one, and you start feeling yourself. And I think that might have happened a bit. Now, whether she's gonna admit to that or not, is just for me to speculate. But I feel like if she's gonna say all that, she could have deaded that shit with Nicki right then and there. Or said something about it in a real way to say, yo, listen, you know what? We have problems or whatever. I'm on a different path. I hope she's good, and I'm gonna just keep doing my thing.
Well, Cardi said was cap, and she should know that. And I'll say personally, I'll say 70. It's not all the way cap, but it's mostly cap. I say 75%, 25%. It's 75% the artist's fault. Why there's wedges or people or female artists are bumping heads, and then 25% is fans. Like again, I'm going off only what she said, even when she was explaining her gripe with Nicki Minaj. She said Nicki Minaj was blocking songs from coming out because Nicki felt threatened. That ain't got nothing to do with fans. If Nicki was telling 21 Savage that, yo, if you get on the song with her, blah 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 won't happen. Yeah, that don't got to do nothing with fans. That's what you said back then when you made a series. I remember the long series of videos explaining why you had an issue or your opinion on where things went left with Nicki. So that has nothing to do with fans. I've talked to other female artists, which I won't name names, which they also said, hey, so-and-so don't fuck with me, and they've prevented me from blah, blah, blah. And by the way, this all happens, you know, on the male and female side, but I've always been hearing this mostly with the females, where it'd be like, yo, so-and-so thought I was around her man. Like, simple shit that ain't got to do with fans. Like, so-and-so don't fuck with you because you've been in the studio for whatever amount of time recording with the dude she fucked with, or her ex, like, catty shit like that happens. That's most of the problems. You get me? Do fans create like little drama and unnecessary, you know, tension between artists by, you know, first of all, Nicki and Cardi just dropped records back-to-back weeks. Cardi and Nicki fans, they're competing on what's going to chart higher. They're bickering amongst each other. You have Cardi's fan base, which might start talking shit to Nicki. Nicki's fan base start talking shit to Cardi. We've seen at times Cardi's like addressing some of it. Like, and she even said it like, yo, what's up with you, like, fucking obsessive people who are just fucking obsessed on hating on me? They happen to be bars, right? So 25%, but there's a lot of catty shit that happens behind the scenes. It's not only the women that are involved, but it happens, bro. Like, let's not blame fans. Let's not act like fans are doing it, right? They try to say the media at one point. Oh, it's the media. Like, We're all cool. It's just the media putting us against each other. Stop the cap. No, there's a lot of catty shit. The reason why I think that Cardi's saying that, though, with Cardi embracing the newer flock of artists, she's now big fish. Before, when she wasn't big fish, it was in her benefit to let people know that, hey, I'm the underdog getting bullied by whoever, whatever, motorsport or whatever else the fuck we're talking about. Now she's the big dog, and you have the whole bunch of little artists with her. Yeah, it's the fans. It's not me. It's the fans. That's how it goes.
Thank you, gentlemen. This is the most we ever talked about women on this show. Almost the whole episode.
That's a good thing for the conference. Oh my God.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yo,
I'm paneled out.
Somebody make a meme of the Deska's face when Wayno was going in. Yo, I've never seen her smile that much.
Oh the whole production chat was supporting him too. All the men. It's just you hating academics. Relax. I just thought he made some very good points. That's all.
No, he did make some good points. I'm just telling you, like, I think it's a complex discussion. We still need it further.
No, it absolutely is. It's just I usually don't, have this conversation with a lot of men. That's why I was impressed. Anyway, Jesus. Should we wrap up with numbers today? How much time do we have left? Do you quickly want to do numbers, Zach?
Sure, why not? I'll do whatever y'all tell me to do.
Sure, why not? I mean, no pressure. We can do something else.
That's a joke for somebody to take it. What is the numbers? Hold up.
Come on, Act.
First of all, Taylor Swift, this is not even on the numbers thing, but I know by heart. Taylor Swift fell from 837,000 copies first week to like 150. It goes to show them bundles is getting out of hand. The bundles counted for the first week. After the second week, niggas is checked out. Pop Smoke's album was number 2 though. It was around 100,000. It was actually 97 to be exact. It's number 2 on the charts. Which, by the way, just to let you know, Pop Smoke's album came out before Juice WRLD, and Pop Smoke's album is now eclipsed Juice WRLD in the rankings. Of course, both brilliant artists, and God rest their soul. So doesn't really mean that much about either artist. Anyway, Juice WRLD was number 3 with 88K sold. Lil Baby 50K at number 5, and the Baby was at number 6 with 43K. In the Billboard Hot 100, the singles, the Baby Rockstar actually went to number 2. Jack Harlow was popping. Number 3, The Weeknd, he's not leaving the top 5. And I'm not gonna lie, yo, we didn't really talk too much about the project, but yo, Young Thug and Chris Brown's their joint LP, or joint EP, I guess it was, Go Crazy is literally like doing work still, And Blueberry Faygo by Mosey is at number 10.
We gotta give St. John an honorable mention, man. He's the quiet assassin. St. John been in the top 10 for the past like 2 months.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you, like, to keep it real, I saw him on the Billboard charts like randomly, like a month and a half ago. I was like, what the fuck? When did this guy get a top 10 song? No,
he been grinding for a minute, and he got it's crazy because everything's closed. He got a hell of a live performance. That
song's fire. That song is definitely fire.
All right, guys. So before we go, Ak, I know you're not excited about J. Cole pursuing his NBA dreams, and apparently you're not the only one. So NCAA player Devonte Green tweeted, "I would have considered being a rapper if I knew it got you free NBA tryouts." And then he tweeted he wasn't hating on Cole, but I wonder who else this could have been aimed at. Do you guys expect more people to get in their feelings over this?
Of course.
Speaking facts, though, man.
But this is the thing, though, and a lot of people not talking about this, right? Like, we Cole making it to the NBA even for one game would be such a great story, right? But the dude that's on the end of the bench that don't get no burn will destroy Cole one-on-one. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like being in the NBA is not like just something that can happen, but if it does happen, it'll just make for a really cool story.
Hey, bro, whoever the dude is who tweeted, he's in the NCAA. Don't backtrack, double down. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, you're talking about J. Cole. Listen, rap is the only thing where you could literally not be able to speak a full sentence of English yet. You don't even got to be audible. You don't got to be nothing. You get a microphone. Matter of fact, you don't even need a microphone. Nigga could record you with a cell phone. Could be a hit song. It's on TikTok. It's on the Billboard charts. You're before. There's a dude literally, okay? He put on the chipmunk voice, the baby squeak voice, and he made some bullshit. That literally, I'm calling it bullshit subjectively now because, like, it's really working. It's working. The nigga's going to go on tour. It's going to be great. But, like, he playing around. This just, like, there's no requirements for rap. It's not based on merit. It's not you rap better than you. It's about, do people like it? Does it catch on? These NCAA players, they got to go train, condition. They got to throw up 50,000 jump shots every week. Yes, I don't care. Go spit your little raps, but don't come over here and rob even one person of us a spot on the bench, because you know what? Come on, bro. Like, we can't go here. Nah, man.
You know what's crazy about all this? That's good. Cole is not even in the NBA.
I know.
It's like he didn't even try out. Like,
No, but it's not that. It's the Detroit Pistons clout chasing, and they got virtual designs of J. Cole jerseys. Why don't you do that for like the next prospect who his mama's on food stamp? He's practicing every day trying to make the league, busting his butt.
You were definitely a pastor in your previous life. My God.
I'm just saying, man. I understand why.
Listen. Or Act might be doing all the stuff he's doing now to become a pastor later, like these OnlyFans ladies that might be the mayor one day. You know,
somebody on OnlyFans gonna be like, oh well, I think we already got one. Was it Trump's wife on like pretty much kind of OnlyFans?
Huh?
His wife did Playboy. It's
part. That's a different
model.
You know,
we should probably go now. We should
we can go. We can get about it here.
Hey guys, thank you guys for watching every show. Go Wayno. I should just warn you, we didn't like your comments, calling you an angry feminist all night because of your opinions earlier. Welcome to my life. Hey guys, we'll see you guys here tomorrow on Complex.
Peace.